Good morning, Foothill families. Dr. Howard here. I am here today to just touch base with you about our hybrid return to school. As you may or may have not heard, we are looking at a possible return in the next week or two, hopefully. And we would like to I just wanted to update our information with you and make sure you're aware of what's happening. So at this point in time, the county is looking at our numbers, and the state has set the threshold of once we drop in our county to lower than 25 cases per 100,000 COVID cases in our county, we could then have the potential to return to school. We have to hold a consecutive 5 days of lower than 25 cases, and it looks as though we are nearing that possibility. And so I just wanted to touch base with everybody and remind you of our return plan. So with that being said, I am Dr. Howard, the principal here at Foothill, and I will be reviewing these 7 components with you. And I just want to remind all of our families of our plans for a return. All right. So to begin with, when we are on our way back to school, we want to make sure that all families do a screening at home. In addition to student screening at home, we also will have staff screening at home before they come to school. So before coming into school, please screen yourself or your child for the following symptoms. And if your child does have any of these symptoms, please keep them home. As well, we want families to go over this checklist prior to coming to school and make sure that they are prepared. So first, think about, did we complete that symptom screening, and are we symptom free? And then secondly, what time is school and what time do students need to be picked up from school? Do we have our face mask packed? And if I want to bring a water bottle, do I have that ready? And then if my teacher asks me to bring my device, do I have it charged and ready to go? And am I ready to learn and have a great day? So with those things in mind, once that morning routine is gone through, then we want to see you here at school. Here are our schedules for our cohorts. We have the AM cohort and the PM cohort listed here, with the times for the start of school and the finish of school for each grade level. And then, of course, school is for A and B cohorts are Monday through Thursday, with Friday being a remote day. And our C cohort is our PALS program, and they will go to school Monday through Friday with their schedule there. If a student does become ill at school, I want you to know the process so that you are well aware and prepared. So if a student comes up to the front office with any of these symptoms, we have a wellness waiting area in our library, and the students will be waiting there to be picked up from a parent. In addition to that, I want you to know we do have a protocol for returning to school. So if a student does have COVID-like symptoms, then this is the process or the flow chart we'll go through as we determine when students can return to school. All right, campus access. So students will have designated drop-off and pickup locations, and we also need to, be teaching our students that we will physical distance and we will not congregate. All staff and students will have that daily temperature check. They will follow directional arrow flows for moving around campus, and we will split entrance and exit for siblings. We will have different locations. All right, staff will complete a daily health screening as well. Okay, right here, this is just a little preview to what our campus flow will look like as we have arrival. So again, just a reminder that students would be wearing face masks, and parents as well if you're walking them to campus. Students must physical distance 6 feet, and we will have our temperatures checked when we arrive on campus, and then students will go directly to the classroom. Most of our students will be coming through our main drive-through here with their parents, and they will exit the car and enter through our main gates. Our kinder students and TK students will have a tent down at the bottom here of the drive-through saying TK Kinder this way, and they will be dropped off in the front and enter through their kindergarten gate. And then at the back gate, we will have student walkers and special education students who would be entering through either of these two gates where they will have their temperature checked. Okay, and then arrival in a car. This is the process by which you would enter. You will be brought through the drive-through on the main lot, and TKK will go all the way to the front, as I mentioned. Parents will stay in the car, and staff will be available to assist students to get to their locations, and then students will physically distance once they arrive on campus. If we're walking, this is the same process. We will walk up with our masks on. Families will be required to social distance from other families. Whoops. We would ask that parents drop off and go, that we're not congregating around campus or around the front of the school, and that students will physically distance. Okay, here are the times for AM arrival. And here are the times for our PM arrival. And then dismissal will happen in 3 locations: the front main gates, the back gates for our special education families and only students who walk through the back, and then our kinder gates for siblings. All right, we do have some name place cards that will be in the mail to you shortly, and we would ask that you place these in the passenger side of your dashboard in your car pickup, so that way as you come through the drive-through, we would be able to see who you're there to pick up and make it a little bit more expedited as we move students in and out of the school. We would ask you to come in the drive-through at your student's designated time and then pull forward as the cars advance in the line, and parents would remain in the car. All right, so students will be dismissed according to grade level to allow for social distancing. You can see the times there listed below. Staff will monitor our walkways on our campus. Students will dismiss within 15-minute time frame to avoid crowding. And students and staff will follow walkway directional flow to get to our dismissal locations. And students will wait on the designated marker spot to be picked up. Walkers will follow sidewalk pathways and directional flows, and students will physical distance and avoid congregating. As you can see here for our special education and C cohort, these are the times for our arrivals and dismissals. And for Mrs. Harris's PALS class and Mrs. Luke's preschool, these are our dismissal times. Okay, so as you do dismiss, this is the directional flow, the way things will work. Staff will monitor walkways in campus. Students will dismiss within that 15-minute time frame to avoid crowding. Students and staff will follow the directional flows, and we will wait on designated markers to be picked up, while walkers will follow our sidewalk paths, and students will physical distance. All right, we will have grab-and-go meals available, and they will be delivered at the end of the day to take home. And just to update everybody on campus safety measures, let's see, move this here. Students' desks are 6-foot social distance, as you can see in the photo here. Every desk has a desk barrier. Hand sanitizer is in every classroom, and there is signage around the campus reminding students about washing their hands and the safety protocols with our masks. Cleaning schedules and calendars will be in every room to ensure that the cleaning is happening every night. All right. Common touch surfaces will be cleaned throughout the day, including countertops, door handles, light switches, faucet handles, sinks, etc. And then classrooms and other occupied spaces will be disinfected nightly. I do have a short video to show you about the return here, so let's watch this.
Hi CNUSD families. As we prepare to welcome back our TK through 6th grade students for in-person learning, we want to take a moment to share a few things you should know. First, it's important to self-screen your child at home every morning for any COVID-19 symptoms or illness. If your student's experiencing any symptoms, please stay home. Be sure to remind your student to bring their face covering with them to school, as they'll be required to wear one on campus at all times. Please remember to drop off and pick up your child on time. Students and parents will not be allowed to gather before or after school. For those arriving to campus in a vehicle, please remain in your car. For those who walk to campus, we ask that you do not gather and remain socially distanced from other families. Parents and volunteers will not be allowed to enter campus. School sites will have specific entry and exit points. Parents can expect to receive further details directly from their school. Students will have their temperature checked as they walk onto campus. Any student arriving on campus with COVID symptoms or illness will be sent to the site isolation room. Parents will be contacted and are expected to pick up their student immediately. Once at school, students are to go directly to their assigned classroom. No breakfast will be served on campus, and the playground equipment will not be open for students to utilize. Students are encouraged to bring a reusable water bottle to refill throughout their time on campus. As a reminder, school office hours will continue to be by appointment only. Lunch will not be eaten on campus. However, to-go meals will be provided to all students free of charge for the remainder of the 2021 school year. While students will be attending in-person learning half of the school day, they will still need to participate remotely during the second half of the day. Every Friday will be 100% remote learning. We look forward to learning and growing together safely. For more information and to review our school reopening and safety plan, please visit www.cnusd.k12.ca.us/2021. Thank you.
All right, and with that, we do not have the exact return date yet as we are watching those county numbers, but as soon as we do have some information on when the school will reopen, we certainly will communicate that with you. I would recommend that we start planning and preparing for a return because we believe that this will be coming up in the next couple weeks. All right, thank you so much, and if you have questions, please feel free to call us at the school office.
Hi CNUSD families.